Hey boos, in this video I give commentary based on my opinion. As factual, we are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Well, told y'all, I was like, how much more time do you think he got? And then y'all were like, girl, I think he only got about 30 minutes. 30 minutes? Girl, they fired that man. Listen, that man had to step down or he was going to get fired, period. And then, the word on the curb is that there's this Smex tape that's out here. And the 20-year-old girl is good. Like, listen, they saying TMZ possibly already has their hands on this tape. So he stepped down from ESPN before this tape even came out. And so it's surfacing in the industry right now. And I'm like, what's on this tape? Now, allegedly, they saying what's on this tape that we the public do not have access to is going to fit the narrative that the 20-year-old girl told the internet and her lawyers. And it's the main reason why she feels she has, a chance to win this. And it's crazy because he did offer her at one point $10 million, and then she didn't want to accept that. And I see why she didn't take the settlement, because if it's true, if the rumors are true about this tape, and it comes out that it fits what she's claiming, that's what they saying, y'all. That's what they saying. What audio? Listen, I can't make it up. I knew something was wrong with Shannon on several occasions, honestly, but this is just another one. Did y'all not know when he went viral for having that heavy makeup, his makeup artist was a Caucasian lady? And I'm like, wow, you've been working in TV for a while. I would assume with a big name like Shannon Sharp, you would be able to choose your MUA. Hold on, let me pull it up. Let's just get into the text messages. She is claiming that they had a consensual relationship, but then after the consensual relationship, there were non-consensual exchanges. Okay. And so based off of the audio and stuff like that we listened to, do I need to pull it back up so y'all can hear what was said? And he was saying how he was gonna, did he say he was gonna choke her? Yeah, choke her and all of this stuff. So basically the issue is what was consensual and then what was not. And then did they go from having this relation and everything was consensual, and then she ended the relationship maybe when she saw Michelle on Instagram, the whole Michelle thing. And so she saw that, and then it transitioned from non-consensual. I don't know. That's a great question. So, and listen, non-consensual situations can happen within a relationship. I just need people to understand that. I need people to understand that just because at one point in the relationship she was giving consent, it doesn't mean on every single occasion that was the case, or every single exchange they had that was the case. So we really don't know. And that's why I believe this man decided to step down, because he knows he's going to lose his job. Like, I don't understand. And then this is my thing too. You a black man and you out here doing the whole race play thing, and you trusted her? she's willing to feed into that, and you trust her? Because how much you want to bet she was probably calling this man the N-word? I mean, what's the limits with this? What's off limits? Crazy. Crazy. So he put out this statement. Mm, mm, mm. So, and then I didn't, so I'm assuming he put this out. It doesn't even look like his lawyer put it out or anything like that, but um, maybe his lawyers advised him, which his lawyers have been really dropping the ball, wouldn't you say? His lawyers are trash. That's why I was like, I don't know who his lawyers are, but I mean, at every turn, he's just making all the wrong moves to me. Am I the only one that feels that way? I just feel like legally he's making all the wrong moves. Like, why would you make that? First of all, this was the first stupid move he made.
This is the Diddy shakedown, and I did not Diddy. Hit the gritty, or choke that bitty. Wake us at 5. Now I kept the receipts, and I'll admit they're uncomfortable, but I'm a red-blooded man. So I'm gonna read them to you, and you tell me who you think is a real freaky eye. Unc, I wanna feed you Taco Bell, 10 cheesy gordita crunchies, and then give you a blumpkin. Survey says you the freaky eye. But wait, there's more. Last Easter, she said to me, Unc, I want you to take me to Olive Garden and doo-doo on my chest. Now, of course I did it, but it was consensual. And also, we got a salad to go. She also said to me, do you think maybe we could watch My Neighbor Totoro, a Miyazaki film about an ailing mother and her...
Y'all, I'm sorry. I just been over here kiki. Ever since I got the news, I'm sorry. Like I just been kiki, you know. There's some funny people out here, y'all. They are hilarious.
Uncle Shannon Sharp is a perfect case study and example as to why there's an epidemic amongst black, famous, successful, rich men, and that they're always suffering. Their fate is always suffering at the hands of a mid-white woman. I haven't that best, to be honest with you.
Ooh.
It's always an Ohio 6 that's like ruining the lives of these like great, successful black, entrepreneurs and figureheads. Why? You throwing away the empire potentially for a 19-year-old OnlyFans chick? She looked like iCarly, dog. She's not even Margaret Robbery. She's an Ohio white. I don't even know how to say that lady's name because I don't be frequent in those circles and like things like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm lactose intolerant. But Shannon Sharp, I can't be the only one who saw when there was a $50 price tag and bounty on Uncle Shannon Sharp's head. I was like, let me go see what this girl looks like at least. Unc. That's like middle of America, like hot. Not even really hot. Like, why are you not going for the Tracy Ellis Rosses, the Nia Longs, the creme de la creme? You know what? I asked that. Why are you just not going for women that are like a little bit closer to your age? I'm like, hell, 25, 30, you're going for a 19-year-old OnlyFans chicks. You're risking your entire empire for a chick who is texting you consistently saying, put a black baby in me. Put that I want a big black baby.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
Look, I'm a card-carrying member of the Freaky Club. That's a little too much, Unc. I'm sorry. 15 yards on the play. What the fuck? You're going down bad for spoiled milk. That's not even milk. That's spoiled milk.
This is embarrassing, y'all. Do y'all think his reputation will recover from this? I don't think so. See, men are talking about, the money. His reputation is not going to recover from this. Like, at all. He messy. He's too damn messy. So what corporation, what brand is he going to be able to work under or for? Like, who's going to actually take him on? Fox Sports, maybe. But, man, ESPN, that job, that's done with. You know how it go. They step down out of good faith publicly, and then they slowly don't renew that damn contract. Y'all know how it be. I don't even know why he would even play with him. Like, why would he play with himself like this? Like, it's just like, wow. Why would you even play around like this?
Only if you put that baby gravy in me. Whatever I want to be. Text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharp, November 23rd, 2023. I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you. Text from Gabriella Zuniga to Shannon Sharp, January 12th, 2024. That's my daddy fuck. I want you to put a big black baby in me. Zuniga to Shannon Sharp, August 6th, 2024. Fuck with it for life. After you put a big black...
Lock this bitch up.
You know what's crazy?
That woman really told Shannon Sharp, I want you to put a big black baby in me. Man, Shannon, I want to know the responses because he only put out her text messages because I know he was responding.
I want to know what the responses were. Why didn't he put out what he was saying? Listen, Shannon, this girl, this young girl, she is really taking you for everything that you got. It's crazy. And this is a shakedown by a 20-year-old. Like, this is crazy. You're 56. Wow.
You know you ain't ready for me to put that big black in you. You ain't ready for me to come. Cause I'm coming hard. I'm gonna stop it up like a bathtub. Like, bro, you know what? Let this be a lesson to every young athlete coming up right now. If you think that woman ain't got the receipts, she got the receipts. That woman or girl got every text message that you ever sent. And she plotting on you. She plotting. It ain't all women. But I'm telling you, some of y'all better be scared. Because there's some women out here that's just waiting on the moment for you.
And see, this is my thing, right? For centuries, decades, women have had to deal with men in their ways. And a lot of times we are taught to just accept their ways. And so now you have a group of women out there that are serving karma. Okay. I've seen several older black men talk about how they messed up their marriage and how, if I could do it all over again, Shaq, I would have treated her so differently. I would have And it really takes the women who are the finessers, okay, the get batter, the revenge seekers, the women that do things out of spite, right? Because good women, we just leave. We don't do nothing out of spite. We just leave, we heal, we go work on ourselves, and we mind our own business. We don't be trying to like get back, right? Seek revenge. We don't do that, right? But there's another group of women out here that will do that. And it always seems like men run into these women after they messed it up with a good woman. And so then you find yourself at 56 being taken for almost damn near everything that you got, everything that's left of you at this point. And now I know the regret has to come in. Like, I know there's a lot of regrets that have to come in from this because you chose this life. You chose this struggle. Like, this is actually what you signed up for because you had options. Isn't that what they tell us, ladies? Oh, I'm sure you've had a good man come along and you just were wanting the hood dude, or you were just wanting the drug dealer or whatever like that. I'm pretty sure Shannon bumped into a few good women. He was married at one point and he wanted to be with the 304s. He wanted to be with the OnlyFans girls. That's where he wanted to be. And see, this is where it gets you. When that's where you just feel like you just have to be. You missing out. You got to see what that other side is like. So isn't that what they tell us, ladies, when it comes to us passing up? And the good man, it's not even believable, but the good woman is. Because these men just go through good women all the time. We know how hard it is to find a good man. So this is tough. This is really tough.
mess up. They just waiting on it. They waiting on it. And they got every text. They got every video. They got every conversation. And they plotting. That's why y'all need to just settle down. Get you a nice...
No. And that's another thing, y'all. Are y'all seeing on social media how they talking about marriage? We know. And you know how they selling marriage to men? Do you not know they selling marriage to men behind this? They over here telling men, yeah, this is why you need to get a wife. She keeps you in line. Are we their mother? Like, oh, so now men want to talk about marriage because you need discipline. You need someone mothering you so you can actually have self-control and discipline. Are y'all seeing that? Y'all, I've been seeing that and I'm just like, hell no. Hell no. Listen, these men need to develop those skills on their own. What the hell? A woman can't do nothing. Women done went through the ringer with men enough to the point where we know we can't change no man. Okay? I mean, isn't that what y'all been telling us for the last few years on social media? Oh, a man ain't gonna change it. Isn't that why y'all been trying to groom us through these videos online to get women to accept cheating in relationships? So we know nothing we do, nothing we say, nothing can change a man. Not our hot pockets, not anything. So not a baby, not marriage, not anything. So this is something that they need to do on their own. They don't need to get married. They need to stay single until they can get themselves figured out with self-control and self-discipline. Because using us as a crutch, and then could you imagine a 56-year-old man? You have to tell him to have self-control and discipline.
Homegrown, wholesome girl. Come on, brothers, get your black woman. And then
here they go with get a wholesome girl. Get a wholesome girl so you can labor her. That's all. Do y'all not hear what these men are saying? He trying to put a battery in our back. Get us to work. We got to keep these men in tip-top shape. Are you freaking kidding me? Whew. This is crazy. This is crazy. Absolutely not.
Get your black woman from the hometown. Get somebody that's going to protect you and have your back.
And see, they want us all to be Kelly Steele. You know that lady that came on with the dress, the green and the black, and she was on Dear Wifey podcast. They all want us to be Kelly. And it's like, listen, I have a backbone. I can't be Kelly. I'll easily break. So yeah, that's not gonna work for me. So I don't know why they want to now target the wholesome girls. Absolutely not. Absolutely. It's crazy how that's the first thought that popped in society's mind when they saw Shannon Sharpe. Oh, that's why he needed a wife. He needed to settle down. So then it's put on the woman to have to deal with that and to save space and to carry the physical and emotional burden from him having no self-control. I don't get it. I don't get it. Whew, this is crazy.
Come on, man. Get you somebody that ain't gonna do you like that. Y'all wait till y'all get all this money and then you want to go.
Whenever they choose the girl that would never do them like that, they walk all over her, treat her like she's a doormat. I mean, we've seen it. That's why Kelly Steele is going viral right now with her husband. He out robbing people at night, and then he gets locked up. His parents, because he's a preacher's kid, comes to get him out, bail him out, and then his wife, who didn't know anything about what he was doing, okay, has to clean the church, help him clean the church from top to bottom, because now he wants to be a preacher. Because in that moment when he went to jail for being out here and being a robber, it just woke him up. So he wanted to claim his purpose of being a preacher, but his wife was the one that had to help him clean the church so that he could get the opportunity under his father to preach on Sunday. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I'm like, so Kelly, who didn't know anything about his dealings, didn't know anything about what he was doing, is now required to help clean the church because you now want to fulfill your purpose to be a preacher, and now your father is creating this rule where I have to help you clean the church every Sunday for a year until he allows you to preach. Y'all, that's crazy. I swear, we are treated as if we are simply just robots. Like, we are battery operated. Wherever you need me, I shall be, and I shall show up, and I shall be whatever you need. And then we're not even being met with anything in return. Like, that's crazy. And we're supposed to be cheerful. We're supposed to be joyful. That's crazy. And that's why Jasmine Brown, if you haven't seen her viral video, Jasmine Brown, girl, now she's humming a different tune. She's humming a different tune now.
Want to get the finest thing walking, and she get ready to tear every part of your life down.
This crazy.
And don't care nothing about it. She gonna take half every time. Come on, man. Just let this be a lesson to y'all. Y'all gotta be careful, man. Just be careful, man. Protect yourself. Watch who you getting out here with. Cause man, I'm telling you, they coming for everything you got. And if you don't think they got the receipts, they got them. You just don't know they got them.
Oh my God. Let me just go. This is crazy, y'all. They want us to mother these men because they have no self-control. But we're supposed to have self-control, but they don't need to have self-control. That's crazy.
Y'all niggas on here talking about, but she look 25. Cool, but she's 19. The minute that you find out she's 19, like, that shit, naturally, you should, like, regurgitate. Like, you shouldn't even want shit to do with y'all. And y'all niggas on here talking about she's more beautiful because she's younger. It's beauty in the youth. I can show you a 35-year-old right now that look like an 18-year-old. She got the mind of a grown woman, but she look like she's fresh out of college. Niggas that think like Shannon Sharpe purposely mess with extremely young women because those younger women are easier. Okay, they're easier to lie to. They're more easily impressed. They're easier to control because they're gullible. They're naive. They're more attached to their innocence because they haven't experienced nothing. You attracted a young woman? Cool. You 56. Find somebody in their...
Okay. All right. Let me get the video then. Okay. Wait a minute. I got you. Like, slow down. I had to go pull it up. So then we wouldn't have interruptions. But let's see what she had to say.
It's funny that you said that you didn't check on your man, because for me it's like, I do so much. I was looking for somebody to check on me. You know what I'm saying? I said,
not the joyful servant. Not the joyful servant. I cook, I clean, I pack his bag, I rub his back.
I'm gonna say it like this. Postpartum is not talked about enough, and we don't support each other enough in that, and it is hard. It is hard, and it is dark. It is very dark, and you know, it's dark. So sometimes, just because I might look nice and pretty on the outside doesn't mean that I don't have internal damage going on the inside. Because I woke up, I cooked for everybody, I fed everybody, and I realized it's 4 o'clock, I didn't eat a thing. And nobody even asked me if I ate a thing. Baby on the titty all day, she good, she chunky and fed, and here I am, starving, malnourished, losing my ass. It's hard.
It's real.
It's
Y'all, it hurts my ears. I don't know why. And I can't believe some of you really wanted to sit up here and say I was hating on Jasmine Brown. when are ladies going to come to the realization that the only reason why you're getting played in 2025 is because you refuse to acknowledge the patterns that men consistently create? I mean, are they creating any new patterns? No, they're not. Like this Jasmine, right? He has what, 2 baby mamas? How many kids? And you thought you were special? Why? When the pattern goes boom, boom. So what could you predict when it comes to your slot if you choose to follow in the footsteps of those other women? What do you think is going to happen to you next? You think, oh, it's just going to skip you? And that's what I need women to understand. It's like, we're not sitting up here hating. Girl, we sitting up here looking like that's a bad decision because if he did this here and this here, and if we had to predict the situation, the outcome most likely is going to be the same. It's not hard. That's part of using discernment. That's what discernment is when you can predict things or see things truly before they happen because you're reading the situation, you're reading the person, you're reading their behavior. You're trying to find consistency. And the consistency that Cam has is he gets with a woman, he gets pregnant, he gets bored. And he's not supportive. So it's not hard to predict what the man is going to do next. Like he's already done it already. So I don't know what she was thinking, but I don't know why she's speaking out now. I don't know why. She should have just took this L in private. And it seems like if she's talking like this, because it seemed like her backbone is coming back, it seemed like they not together. Put a 1 in the chat. Do you think they still together? If it's a yes, 1. If it's a 2, no.
Really hard, and I think that it just goes back to your support system.
And then ladies, this is the thing that I need particularly black women to realize. If the support system isn't there before, it wasn't going to be there after. There was, like, Jasmine had no support system in place. And that's why when you have a kid, you should plan to have a kid. You should create a support system if you know you want to have a kid. So what does that look like? Making friends, forming relationships, advocating for yourself. She just assumed because she was showing up in the way that she felt like she needed to, that was going to offer her some type of support system, and it didn't. So you have to be careful with that. I don't know what she was really thinking. And listen, ladies, desperation to have a child will put you in a position where you're making certain choices and decisions that are just not logically smart. You're allowing this yearn to have a child really cloud your judgment. And listen, I understand, like, if it's a strong desire that you have, you still need to be logical about it, because it's just going to put you in a situation where you're not going to be completely happy. And you want to be the type of person or the type of woman where you're thinking about things and you're putting yourself in the best position. So if you're truly desiring to have a child and you're just like, I don't want to put it off too much longer, you could go to a sperm bank. That would actually be better for you than to put yourself in a situation like this, to now be tied to a man that's not supportive, that's not really there for you. It's like, why even go through all of that? You might as well just go to the sperm bank. That's a better choice and decision if it's really necessary for you to just want to have that child. It's just smarter than to just say, oh, whatever, I'm gonna just give in and have a kid with this guy. But it's like, that can bring so much stress into your life. If you go to the sperm bank, you don't have to worry about stress being brought into your life. That's the difference. So, and I get it. I watched Jasmine. Like, I knew that part of the reason she got into this relationship with Cam was because that clock was ticking and she decided to just go with it. But she would have been better off. She probably would have been more supported, or she maybe could have found a support group of women who are also doing the whole sperm bank thing. And listen, there's a whole community on Facebook, for those wondering, private groups, women coming together doing the sperm bank route. But I would rather see the sperm bank route than for you to have to experience something like this. I don't feel like any woman that brings a child into the world and truly sacrifices her body, loses blood to do it, should ever have to experience anything like that. So, but I feel like it's all about what you feel you deserve and your worth. That support system was never there. She was always cooking. It just became harder because she had a baby, and that comes with emotional and hormonal changes, and it just made her load heavier, and she started to see the truth in what she actually signed up for. But she signed up for it, though. She really did. She signed up for it. Okay, let me see. Is it this? Let me go back to Shannon.
She said, oh, you want to release some text messages? Let's release the text messages. And these might be the smoking gun that explains why she turned down the initial $10 million he offered her. She says in the text messages, I cried when you left because I begged you to put a condom on and to not put it in my rear end, which uses the A word, and you did not listen. I don't care what our history is, she continued. No means no, Shannon. She continues, I don't know how to process this. And he responds, allegedly, can I call you later? No one has been able to confirm the authenticity of these text messages, but these one or two things. One, she was particularly preparing to set him up and therefore made sure that she included certain things in the text messages. Because at other times she says, I want to be abused, Daddy. She also says, she asks him for some hardcore BDSM action, which leads to this gray area with what is consensual, what is not. I don't know anything other than this is messy, this is bad, and for him to get this far and lose it behind this is crazy work.
So what do y'all think is going to happen? Do you think that it's just going to be based off of what the courts agree on? That's what it seems like, because it can, honestly, this situation can really go either way. And so with ESPN being ESPN is basically Walt Disney, y'all. It would just be smart to let him go, because, and then I'm pretty sure they're probably looking at the situation with Jonathan Majors as well, because that was probably like the last most recent situation that was similar to it. Then they're probably looking at P. Diddy. Listen, it ain't been a good year for these men. I'm just being honest. It ain't been a good year. So it's yeah. Do I need to really say it? Let me see.
See, a lot of y'all missing the whole point with this Shannon Sharpe situation. Look, it's not really about if she's wrong, if she's trying to beat him out some money or not, if he's guilty or not. I mean, I hate to see him in this situation, but that's not the point. The point is, why did he put himself in that position? See, we gotta be smarter. See, a lot of people pointing the finger at her saying she tricking off, she wrong, she did. Man, look, he should have never been in that situation anyway. I mean, come on, 19 years old, 56. What do you guys have in common besides sex? So you just gonna continue to spend all this money tricking off with females who are on Instagram or OnlyFans and put yourself in a position to be caught up like that. There's a lot of brothers out here like that with a lot of money. I understand, you can get caught up. There's a lot of great looking females out here. But when you get older, you're supposed to mature through life lessons. Come on, man, let's be real. Y'all never had sex before? Y'all never had a woman with a nice body? You done did that before. And you cannot tell me you don't reach 40 years old, 45, and you think it ain't no older women that's 40, 45 that still look good. They all over the place, bro. And they educated. They got something to bring to the table. And they're looking for good men like you who can bring something to the table. But y'all fall.
That's where the men be losing me. Because good men don't end up in situations like this. That's where they, like, good men don't end up in situations like this. Because they have good moral standing character. They would never date a 19-year-old at 56. That's why, ladies, be careful moving forward. Because let me tell you something else. This recession, it's going to want people, it's going to really want people to partner up. Okay? People are going to want to partner up. Why? It's cheaper. It's more affordable. You know, outside of social media where everyone pretends to be, you know, rich. Because, you know, Instagram and social media in general, this is, you know, everybody got money. But the recession, people are going to be coupling up. And if you did not learn from the COVID relationships, you don't want to be caught up in that. So be careful. Seriously, be careful, because now, you know, there's this message where they want to influence men to settle down and get married because they don't have self-control or discipline. So they feel like a woman can come in and change that. Okay. And then on another hand, you have this rhetoric where men who are finding themselves in similar situations of dating a 19-year-old girl at 56 is still considered to be a good man. If we have too many kids, just one too many kids, and the father's not around, or it's just crazy how, or even if we just have one kid, one child, and we end up being a single mother, it's just like, oh, we're just such a horrible person, right? So it's just crazy how he can get caught in a scandal like this, and he's still considered to be a good man. That's crazy. So be careful, because these are the men like they listening to him, and for the most part, he has a decent message. But that part, it's like he could be talking to the wrong man and not even know. And not even know. So I don't like the advice that I'm seeing them give men now because of Shannon Sharpe. Like, I don't like it.
Into the trap, y'all want stuff that's so easy. All you gotta do is just pay shit, do whatever you want. You're gonna find yourself 60 years old by yourself with nobody when you build something with somebody that really care about you. None of that. You're gonna find yourself in a scenario where you're gonna be in a hotel with one of these females. You're gonna have a heart attack or something. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna break up out of there and leave you to die.
Damn, isn't that what happened to Kevin Samuels? God. He had a heart attack? Yep. That's crazy. And he ended up in the freezer for days, and he was labeled John Doe because he had a toe tag in the freezer. Crazy. Yeah, so that's their godfather, though. That's their godfather, and they think he went out okay. He went out okay. But some of these men really think them being taken out because they had a heart attack because they were drilling a woman. That's a fantasy of theirs. They wouldn't mind going out like that. That's how some men think. Like, that's how some of them actually think. I was like, oh, he didn't go out bad. So it's just crazy.
Because she don't care about you. She only there for the bag. Come on, man. We gotta be smart. We can't make the bag and give it away thinking with the small head, and she thinking with her head. So she gonna outthink you every time. Because she thinking up here, you thinking down here. You got a one-track mind. Nailed it. That's it. That's the lesson behind all this shit. Man, look, it ain't got nothing to do with if she's guilty of trying to beat this man or not. or if he raped her or not, or whatever, all these allegations that she throwing out there. It's bigger than that, because it's a life lesson for us. Some of you guys gonna bring it to some money. What you gonna do with it? Some of you guys got money right now. What you gonna continue to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars with Instagram and OnlyFans females? Are you out your mind?
This is my thing. Why don't the men already know this though? Am I the only one that feels like they should already know this? Y'all, they are giving these men advice based off of a lesson that a 56-year-old black man has to learn. Like, the lesson is coming from a 56-year-old black man. And you want to know why it's coming? The lesson has to be taught from 56. It's because the lesson is never taught when they're younger. See, the lesson is different. The lesson when they're younger is to go through as many women as you can. That's why 2 Chainz, he was sitting up there with his son laughing about how he was saying he wanted some strippers for his birthday. But now at 56, you need to learn, like, that's not where you want to be. But it's like, why is it not taught to them when they're younger? Why are you trying to teach them at 56? Crazy. Like, he almost in the grave. ESPN was supposed to be his retirement plan. Crazy. Or more like his podcast, one of the two.
That's money, man, you can put back in your community where you come from and help some people. You can help some kids go to college. You can help some people start a business. You can show some people something, that can change their life with that money. That's the point in this. That's the point. I said this in the video, but a lot of people ain't get it. They think I'm trying to tell Shannon Sharpe down. People saying,
listen, the message is y'all need to go to therapy and leave us the hell alone and stop thinking of a woman the first time you get into some trouble. The hell? I'm tired of seeing that. Every time these men get into some trouble, they grown ass got into some trouble as a grown ass man, and then the first thing they want to go do is run behind a woman's skirt. If you don't deal with this shit as a man, then if you wasn't thinking about women before, don't be thinking about it now. Like, don't go run behind a woman's skirt. You need to stand as a man on your own and face the consequences of your actions. I'm tired of seeing that. I'm tired. And I see a black woman help Shannon. Y'all, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. If I see a sister come in and help Shannon, y'all, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Make these men deal with them with themselves. Honestly, let them deal with themselves. They got themselves in the mess. They need to get themselves out of it. Like, we not here to just come and help you. You gonna run behind a woman's skirt because you done got yourself caught up. That's crazy to me. Go to therapy. Go to therapy. Get you some real help.
That's the problem with the brothers now. We knocking each other. Man, this ain't got nothing to do with knocking him.
And then you can't even talk. You can't even talk to them because they feel attacked. See, that's what that coddling does. When you coddle a group of men, you weaken a community. That's what that coddling does. So when another man is addressing another man, he can't even handle it. He can't even handle it. Y'all coddle these men, and it shows. Because even when they get into some trouble, they got to run behind a skirt. Even when another man is addressing them and holding them accountable, they feel attacked. They get emotional.
And doing the right things. We got to be smart.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, these are all the things that black women these are all the things that black women been talking about for years, decades. And all we seeing is y'all getting bit in the ass. Just bit. I mean, and they just taking one black man down after the other. But you know what? we're not helping y'all. And the reason is because if we do, and ladies, understand this, if we do, they will resent us for it. So let them figure that out. Let them handle that, because if we do, they will just resent us. It's not value, it's not appreciation. They don't see our worth. It's bullshit. Okay? They will resent us. They have been resenting us for years. They need to deal with their shit on their own. I don't care if it's emotionally. I don't care if it has to do with their job. I don't care if it has to do with their kids. I don't care if it has to do with these accusations that are lingering nowadays. I don't care if it come down to their finances. They spiritually too. They need to deal with it on their own. It's time for them to truly face themselves, because if you step in, you're going to get in the way and they're just going to blame you. If you step in, the only thing they're going to do is make you the focus, make you the problem, and then you're going to be the scapegoat. And once again, they won't focus on themselves. So when a man is caught up in a situation like this, where he's losing his job, most likely will lose endorsement deals and things like that, he needs to face himself, and he needs to confront himself, and he needs to have a talk with himself about how he got in the situation. Because once he realizes, damn, this is what got me in the situation, then he can really work on himself. But if you're going to be there coddling and babying him, oh, this poor white girl, she shouldn't have done you like that. That's what's been happening. And that's what's been weakening the community when it comes to these men. So they can't even face their own consequences. They feel like they shouldn't have to. They feel like they should be able to get out of it. So just make sure when they try to come back because they done got into some trouble and now they want to run behind your skirt, move your skirt out the way so they can actually deal with their problems. Because if you don't, they will resent you for sure. And they always have. And again, back to the pattern thing that I've been saying. My discernment comes from me being able to peep patterns. And for decades, centuries, Black women have always been there for them, and they always resented us for it. So if you just move out the way, then they now have to deal with themselves, and they have no one to point the finger to because you're not there. You're not there. So just let them deal with it on their own. We just gonna sit back and watch it all play out, I guess watch it all play out in the way that we said it would, because we said this was how it was going to play out. So yeah. And absolutely not. ESPN does not play, okay? Walt Disney owns ESPN, so it's like, come on now, you should have known better to be out here on this type of activity. And then no NDAs is insane. That's why I was just like, this is crazy.
Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe announced that he is temporarily walking away from ESPN due to the $50 million lawsuit he is going through with a 19-year-old OnlyFans girl who was accusing him of sexual assault. Now, he has already on record said that it was consensual sex. And here's the deal. I want to say this. I believe it was consensual sex. But that's not the point. It's not a good look to be in a sex.
I don't know what to believe because like I said, and we don't know if Kendra knows this, but like I said, there's a tape that's going around. I need to see that if it becomes available to me. And then also there are these text messages where he's responding to her, or some other text messages where he didn't want to use the condom and he had allegedly threatened her. We don't know. The only thing we can sit back and do is wait for more information to come out because we really don't know. It could go either way. It could have been consensual or it could have been non-consensual. It's hard to really tell because like I said, you could give consent at one point in the relationship, but maybe she ended the relationship or she tried to end the relationship and then it became non-consensual. We don't know. So it's just best that we kind of just, not give any commentary on whether it was consensual or not, because honestly, we really don't know. We don't know.
Assault lawsuit with a 19-year-old white girl when you a big Black man working for Walt Disney. Yes, ESPN is owned by Walt Disney. Nobody temporarily walks away from a multi-million-dollar job. No. But let me tell you why I'm irritated, because I tried to save Shannon Sharpe. I tried to save her. Now, if you recall, I ran into Shannon Sharpe at the NAACP Awards. I stopped him. I said, Shannon, I got 10,000 girls I could hook you up with. If you don't remember, take a look. I already know. I got what you looking for. I got like 10,000 girls. He walked away. 7 seconds could have changed his whole life. All he gave me was 7 seconds. Shit, you should.
At this point, y'all, I feel like black women have done enough. Don't you think? He on his own. I mean, he is on his own at this point.
Set your ass there and listen to me. Look at all these beautiful girls. Look at all these beautiful girls on the Kendra G singles dating app. You had access to.
Y'all, I'm not mad at I am not mad at Kendra for promoting her app, y'all, during this whole thing. Get your money, girl. Get your money, girl. Go ahead, make you a little coin off the situation. I'm like, y'all, I'm screaming. So go ahead and sign up for the Kendra G app. Okay.
In their 30s. I know you want them young, so I went to the 30s. You can search by age, location, education, kids, all that on the Kendra G singles dating app. I know you got a type. This is your type. I know you got a type. They are on the Kendra G singles dating app. But you walked away from me. Now you got to walk away from ESPN too. Next time you better listen when a black woman's trying to tell you something.
Y'all, I'm screaming. The reason why I'm screaming, because you know what? Hell yeah. Plug that in. Girl, I didn't even know you had an app. Go ahead and plug that in. She might as well, if I was her, that would be a good business strategy. I would use a video. I would create like a little commercial. I could help you. I could save your life. Just sign up for Kendra's dating app. Like, I would so do that. So yeah, I'm here for it. That's all I really got to say, y'all. We knew he didn't have long. We knew he was going to lose his job. It's the same thing every single time. And it just seems like these men are just so blinded by lust that they just can't make better choices and decisions. No self-control, no discipline. Just a man that wants power, and he feels like he's untouchable once he gets it, and then he doesn't consider the things that he could lose. Okay? He doesn't consider the consequences, and which I don't know why. Like, why do men not consider the consequences when they're in these positions? He had a podcast. He had $100 million deal. That was huge. And then he also had his spot on ESPN. He probably had so many different endorsements. It's like, if I'm in the position of Shannon, I'm just thinking to myself like, oh, I got to make all the right moves because I got a lot to lose. So that means I need to hang around people that have a lot to lose. I need to seek romance in a woman that has a lot to lose. Why would you go and deal with an OnlyFans model that where they're how they think is differently? They don't think with people that have like, regular jobs, collared blouses, like people who work in corporate or just in spaces that require them to show up a way. They don't have that. So like they have the opposite of that. So they could potentially be down for anything publicly and not look at it as it's any hindrance to what they're doing and how they make money. But for you, that's what I just did not understand when it comes to Shannon. It's really dumb. But listen, to the men that's out here preaching that message that, these men need to get wives. No, they don't. Y'all will say everything except for tell these men to go to therapy and to truly work on themselves. So you calling in another woman because of what this other woman did. And that's what I be saying, ladies. These men project their loneliness on you. It is not the other way around. It is not the other way around, because even in the middle of a crisis, he just got done dealing with this woman, is being accused of this. And the first thing that men are thinking about is how he should have had a different type of woman in his life or another type of woman in his life. These men never consider just being by themselves and working on themselves. So I'm going to tell you, protect yourself, protect your peace, and you need to be doing background checks, because if they going to be out here trying to find wives in a recession, which is most likely, girl, you need to be out here protecting yourself, because absolutely not. They're not looking for a woman that they will appreciate and value. They're just looking of a woman that will just give them free labor. And if you're not trying to sign up for something like that, think twice about who this man that you're seeing. Just think twice and long and hard about it. Because if you don't, you will end up like Jasmine Brown. Okay? Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's evening. Let me know what you think down below. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will catch you in my next one.